Elvis left the building while doing a number 2. Maybe it's time for the Scottish Elvis to leave Dundee after only 2 games of the season. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and pretty much sums up the Stephen Presley era right now. A number 2, a dump, because he's had 2 competitive games in the Scottish Premier Sports Cup, and he's lost them both against lower league opposition without scoring any goals. So yeah, Allo and Airdrieonians pretty much putting Stephen Presley into an early grave, at least where his job is concerned with Dundee. Hearts, though, they're pretty much into the next round, so far so good for Derek McInnes, and we're going to cover it all here in the Premier Sports Cup review show.
Speaking of dumps, Dundee are all but dumped. Let's be real, they're out. Stephen Presley, I said the other day, yesterday, after the game ended, I don't think he's going to see August. That's how confident I am of the guy. He'll be sacked in the next couple of, well, I'll say weeks. You can't even give him weeks because that is into August. I made that prediction with Jim Goodwin 2 years ago. I got it wrong. I'll be right this time around. I said it. They'd lose to Alloa. You all laughed. We're not laughing now, are you? They quote that Nigel Farage meme. But anyway, let's get into it. Still an Albion 0, Hearts 4. You were a happy man, weren't you? What's happened since then?
No comment.
No comment. He's no happy. But Craig Halkett, he was a happy man. Claudio Braga, no bad. Andros Juskisdisk and Craig Halkett. Craig Halkett with a brace?
Aye.
Who would have thunk it?
Fantastic. If we can keep Craig Halkett fit, then vital part of the team this season.
What chance of
Absolutely.
Stephen Presley winning the league?
Well, I mean, let's be honest, that's a step too far. Look, Craig Halkett, always rated the guy. Always thought he was good since we signed him for Livy. Unfortunately, injuries have kind of hampered his Hearts' career. But if he can stay fit, I've no doubt that he can be a key player and he can help us be successful this season. New signings, Braga and Karasidris looking pretty good as well. So, yeah, I think this Derek McInnes era has got potential. It started well. I mean, it's 4 goals in 2 games. It's 4 goals in 2 games, so 8 goals in total. We're scoring. Is it against the highest level of opposition? No.
Hold on, he's beat Hamilton as well. What was the score in that game?
Funnily enough, 4 goals.
Aye.
So it's 4 goals. I said 8 goals in total.
Aye, and you beat Dunfermline 4-1. So it's fucking 12 goals in total, numbnuts.
Well, there you go. That's me taking credit away for Derek McInnes.
Exactly.
Totally.
Fucking beat 3 teams by 4.
Totally forgetting the Hamilton. Well, there you go. That's even better then.
That's fucking mad, isn't it?
We're on an average.
Like, you thought you had me there in double one.
I did,
I'll check
well,
it
here,
then.
I live my life on double one, so.
It's the best double to live on.
I see Jet has appealed to try and get out of jail after selling drugs.
I think he is out of jail.
That's disgusting, man. Why is that fucker getting out of jail? Throw the book at him.
Yeah.
Drug dealers don't deserve shit.
What was he selling?
Unless they're Walter White. I can respect Walter White.
Hold on, if they sell some of the hardcore drugs, it's alright.
Right. Well, he did it for good reasons.
Maybe Jet did it for a good reason.
Selfish.
Maybe Greenock Morton weren't paying enough. They needed to fund something.
Walter White did it for his family. That's acceptable.
Well, who Jet do it for?
Himself.
How do you know?
Well,
hold on. I think by the end of Breaking Bad, Walt was a bit greedy.
He's an honourable man.
Nah, I'm not having that.
Was that time Jack gunned down? You know what I mean? He was willing to give away all the money. 80 million, Jack. All you gotta do is let Mr. Schrader live. Come on, Schrader.
Anyway,
my name is A-Shack Schrader. Anyway,
I don't think Jet's the smartest guy that Hank ever met, though. Walt was. But Cove Rangers 0, Falkirk 0.
Jet's probably more like the Badger. Skinny Pete.
Aye, one of those guys. But
Skinny Jet.
Falkirk, aye, that's plenty. Falkirk won 4-2, so they get the 2 points.
Jet speed.
That's plenty. If you get that, folks.
If you get that, then you got no life, right? That's
you got no life, right?
You need some help. Aye, but good win for Falkirk. Well, not really a good win, but here they got the extra 2 points.
Expect it better, though.
I did, but here, it's all about getting through at the end of the day.
That is right. Spartans 2, Brecon City 0. Brecon City are getting pumped every game, so they'll take that.
You alright there?
Yeah, and they're choked because Brecon City, the smell of shite for them is unbelievable.
Aye, well, Spartans won. 2-0.
To say?
Silly and Sheridan on goal. Max Stowe with a wee opener in the 37th minute.
Mark, mate. You said fucking Max. Right, Edinburgh City 0. Stranraer 0. 5-3 to Edinburgh City, so they get the 2 points.
What do you make of this actually giving the numbers and the time for the penalties? It's a bit fucking strange, isn't it?
It is a bit strange.
What's that do for you?
Not an awful lot. Doesn't add anything. Don't really know why they've done it, but they went ahead and done it. Queen of the South now, Ross County, why?
Big win for Don Cowie. I tell you what, I think this is one of those games that could have went either way, and I think Don Cowie would be relieved it went his way, because had they not won this, they could have been in trouble.
Could have been in big trouble. Speaking of trouble, this guy spells trouble. I mean, shitey own goal. Didn't ever really look like getting anything out of the game.
Well, no, let's be honest. It's two 1-0 defeats against lower league opposition. Dundee have not scored in 180 minutes of competitive football against a League One side in Alloa and a team that would have been playing League One football had Hamilton Academical not been given that 15-point deduction. So, it's really two poor teams here that Dundee have came up against, and they haven't even managed to score a goal. So that's pretty shocking. I think that Stephen Presley's time, I tell you what, his time could be up. I know it's early days, but I've predicted Dundee to get relegated. And if he goes into the league, say what you want about the Premier Sports Cup, but I just feel like if Stephen Presley had won 4 out of 4 and gets Dundee into the last 16 and goes into the league season, having a good cup run, or at least having a good cup performance over the group stage, that could buy you a bit of time. But the fact that Dundee are all but out, that just ramps up the pressure immensely on Stephen Presley, and I don't expect him to go off to a good start in the league. So yeah, to me, you factor in getting knocked out the cup, and then Dundee maybe lose the opening couple of games of the league phase. This guy will be, he's already got 1 foot out the door, in my opinion, and I think he'll be getting that other foot pushed out relatively soon. You said he won't be the manager by August. I think for once I actually think that could happen, and it would be rare, because when have we ever seen a newly hired manager get fired that quickly? People are going, oh, but this guy, that guy. It doesn't count if they've already been in charge, because they're carrying baggage. But when do you ever see a newly appointed manager get fired pretty much 2 months, less than a month into the season? Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
But it could happen here.
I mean, this guy's carrying baggage, man. Bags of shite.
I'm carrying baggage.
What's that then?
My life. Fucking right, go.
I mean, I tell you what, right? The guy's fucking rank rotten. There's actually no, there's ways to go at this competition, and this ain't it. And you see if Dundee finished second, and they were one of the lowest ranked second teams, but they got a couple of wins and drew, and they lost a couple of shootouts, fair enough, but they're getting beat by shite teams.
I think
There's nothing competitive about it.
Why, the way they had that show wife swap, why don't we just have job swap, and Stephen Presley can go and do my night shift tonight, and I'll take over Dundee for the next game in the Premier Sports Cup.
I don't think you do a worse job.
No?
Put it that way. I mean, even in the post-match interview, the guy's fucking clueless.
See, at this point, he'd maybe be better off lining up 4-6-0, trying to take it to penalties, and then trying to get the 2-point win.
Aye.
A Craig Levine special.
2-point conversion.
Although 2 points won't do nothing for Dundee, because they need a minimum of 2 wins to have any chance, but they've got no chance because Airdrie Onions have to play lower league opposition in their final 2 games, and they ain't going to lose both of them. And Alloa have already got 9 points, so they can't even be caught.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Dundee are fucked.
They're snookered. Montroso, they snookered Bonnie Rose 4-1. How about that?
It's actually mental. There's more chance of Dundee winning the Premiership than there is them getting into the last 16 in the Premier Sports Cup.
That is crazy, isn't it, when you break it down and think of it. But yeah, 4-1 pumping there at Bonnie Rose. Ayr United 4, Arbroath 0. Tell you what, Ayr United, they've started the season relatively well. Got some good play. I mean, George Oakley, Curtis Main. You expecting big things for Scott Brown and that wee partnership as well with Celtic?
I am. I'm expecting to see some decent Celtic players rock up at Ayr United this season, and that could definitely help them.
This game was mental. So 3-0 St Mirren. Then it went to 3-2. A guy by the name of Trialist, that's a pretty good name. And then St Mirren just scored 5 and went, no, we're not having that. 8-2.
Trialist has had a lot of clubs, hasn't he?
He has had a lot of clubs, but look at that. 8-2. 8-2.
10-goal thriller,
8-2,
but it wasn't quite in Manila. It was at Love Street, near Love Farana, Athletic.
That's it, folks. That's plenty. And then I think this is one of the there's another page. Dumbarton 0, Dunfermline 4.
Neil Lennon bouncing back. I think he needed a win, and he's got it here. Big season for Neil Lennon, because last year he came in. People expected him to, steer Dunfermline clear of relegation, and despite the fact that he did keep them up, it wasn't convincing.
No, he didn't.
I think honestly, was it Neil Lennon keeping Dunfermline up, or was it more so the other teams doing their best to take their own clubs down.
You would just expect a guy going into Dunfermline that's won league titles at the top league in the pyramid to do a wee bit better.
It wasn't so much... Queen's Park just completely went to shit. Airdrieonian's form dropped off, and Hamilton got that point deduction. It just seemed to be that Dunfermline benefited for all the teams around them just completely falling off a cliff.
No, they did, and there's no two ways about it, but this season there's going to be no excuses for that. I think they're not, I tell you what, not finishing 8th, 7th ain't going to be cutting the mustard. They'll be looking for promotion. At least top 4. That's what they need to finish, man, because how many years have been in the Championship now? It's been a couple, and it's been unacceptable, and they'll be looking at teams, their rivals, the likes of Falkirk, Raith. I know Raith haven't got promoted, but by God, they've got closer to promotion than what Dunfermline's got done in donkeys, so I think it's about time Neil Lennon put his money where his mouth is and actually stepped up to task. Or else, I think it's game over for the guy. I don't see what's next if he flops. Elgin City 1, East Kilbride 4. East Kilbride in great form, folks. All that talk about building stadiums, doing this, doing that, and they've put 4 past Elgin.
Building some success, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Josh Hay was the referee. And could East Kilbride, could they spring a surprise in the last 16? They're one step closer to it.
Could do it. Depends on the draw, but it'll be massive for them just to get there. And St Johnstone defeated Inverness Caledonian Thistle by a goal to 0. So, aye, it's a much needed win. Former Hearts man, Ikepesu getting the goal in the 90th minute.
Well, you just see now, man. He's always floating about, isn't he?
Yep, just avoiding former Livingston man as well, isn't he? I think he had a stint. Did he have a stint at Livy, or am I making this shit up?
I think he did.
I think
he did recently, not too long ago. And then Peterhead get beat by Clyde 2-1. Motherwell 1-0 against Stenhousemuir. Stephen O'Donnell, he's still playing football. East Fife defeated Kelty Hearts.
Yeah, Samantha, he was for a period of time the first choice Scotland right back.
Not anymore, folks. Absolutely not. And Livingston defeated Horror Rangers. Danny Wilson with some mad overhead kick manoeuvre and sack Rudden. Livy doing relatively well. That attendance, so for a Premiership team, is rank fucking rotten.
It's to be expected from Livingston, isn't it?
It is, but come on, man. You'd expect a wee bit better. But let's move in.
Would we?
Well, probably not, to be honest. But
right, Group A, what's it looking like? The Spartans lead the way with 6 points. You've got Falkirk in second place with 5 points. Then Cove Rangers, Queen's Park and Brecon. I think Falkirk benefited from a really easy group here.
They did.
Because Queen's Park are in freefall.
Yeah, and that's the Championship team.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the toughest rivals, but I mean, Queen's Park may as well be a League One side. I think they will be next year. So Falkirk, I expect them to go through. Spartans have 1 game remaining. Not too sure who it's against. Is it against Falkirk?
I think it is, you know.
Well then, I don't think they're going to be the second best placed team, are they?
No, it is against Falkirk because Falkirk have Falkirk beat Brecon 7-0.
Right, Falkirk are going to go through, and no one else is going to go through in second place because they don't have enough points. Spartans would need to beat Falkirk, and if they beat Falkirk, then they win the group. So I don't see it happening. Falkirk will be the only team go through from Group A. Group B, got Partick, 6 points out of 6. Ross County got 4 out of 6. Queen of the South there in third place. It's still a shootout, isn't it, between Partick and County?
No, it is. I tell you what, a lot of lesser teams could definitely be making it into the last 16 here, and I'm kind of all for it.
Like who?
Well, I'm looking at Group A. You're writing off the Spartans like a Falkirk draw with Cove Rangers. Don't see why they can't draw with the Spartans, and that helps them big time. But moving on to like Group B, I see no. Queen.
So hold on. Good. You think Falkirk aren't going to win that group?
I think it's a possibility they do.
Okay, I disagree, but
yeah, the crazier things have happened, folks. But into Group B, as you pointed out, Partick and County will battle for it. Queen of the South, though, I wouldn't completely write them off. Edinburgh City, I would. Alloa, Airdrie, Montrose, Dundee, Bonnyrigg Rose. So as you pointed out, it's pretty much all over Dundee because
well, the fuck, they can only get 6 points, and Airdrie have to play. Montrose and Alloa Athletic.
I'm not convinced they would even beat Montrose or Bonnyrigg Rose, and I say that like they're not playing them. They are playing them, so we'll have to wait and see. But Dundee fans aren't going to take anything if they beat them.
No.
The damage is done.
Dundee would need to win both games, and Airdrie would need to lose both games, not even a draw. So Adrian would need to lose both games in 90 minutes. I just don't see that happening.
Moving on to Group D, we've got St Mirren, Ayr, Forfar Athletic, Arbroath and Arran Athletic. Again, the usual suspects at the top, and it will be the usual suspects at the top by the end of it. But I tell you what, good chance they are top in the group.
There is. Scott Brown could get back into the last 16 again, so see what happens.
Absolutely right. Group E, Hearts, Dunfermline, Hamilton, Dumbarton, Stirling Albion. The Jambos are on top. Derek McInnes, he's loving life. We've tipped him to lift the cup. Can any team get through in second? Do you see it, or is it going to be too much of an ask?
You almost need 9 points to get through in second.
Yeah, no, you do. It's a tough ask.
Or I would say 8 at the minimum. So, I mean, Dumbarton, Hamilton and Dunfermline, I mean, I guess they've all got 2 games remaining, but Dumbarton play Hearts, so they're out. Dunfermline and Hamilton, we'll see, but they both need either 2 wins or a win and a penalty shootout win, because anything less than 8 is not realistically ain't going to be enough.
No,
to go through in second.
You're bang on the money. Moving into Group F, we've got East Kilbride. I'd like to see them go through. I think there's a possibility they do. I mean, they could draw, and as you say, 8 you realistically need as a minimum. They could get 8.
Well, the tough thing the bad thing about East Kilbride is here, I think they actually got a difficult group. You've got,
2 championship, 3 championship teams.
Who's the...
Rafe, Inverness and St Johnstone.
Because when we're Inverness in the championship.
Are they not?
No. League One.
Fuck, my head's away.
But they're a team that I would associate with. They're a team that are,
not League One.
Below they're not a League One stand-up team, so therefore they're one of the tougher teams you could get from League One. And then you've got St Johnstone, who are, just coming in for the Premiership. The fact that East Kilbride have 6 points is very impressive. 1 game to go, and I believe their final game is against, is it St Johnstone?
I think they might have lost to St Johnstone.
Well, either way, East Kilbride need a win to go through. Could a penalty shootout win get them through? I mean, maybe. 8 points is possible. We'll see.
Hope they do. Right, into Group G, we get Motherwell, Morton, Clyde, Peterhead, Stenhouse Moor. Again, Motherwell, pretty much, well, they are through, let's be real. And then you've got Morton, I do believe will go through. And then Peter, I mean, they're just battling at the bottom for the fucking wooden spoon, aren't they? Not much happening there.
No, Motherwell 1 game left. Who's it against?
Don't know who it's against. Do you know who it's against?
No, I wouldn't ask you if I knew, like.
Well, you could probably work out if you looked at the goal. Fuck, the goal difference is a bit shite. No, Motherwell, I think they've been helped here by a massively shite group. I don't expect them to do well this season. I don't agree with the appointment. Moving on to Group H, we've got Kelly, Livy, Kelly Hearts, East 5, Bora Rangers, the final group. Well, Kelly, massive win at Rugby Park over Livy. I do expect them to top it.
Yeah, to me, Kelly and Livy were always going to go through in this group because despite whoever lost to each other,
they would beat the other three.
I just think they're a step above the other 3 teams. So, yeah, to me, Kelly and Livy, as soon as this draw was made, I think they were both fortunate because I do expect even the loser of that tie to accumulate 9 points, and Livy are on their way to doing that.
It kind of is a shite scenario where you've got a group where 2 Premiership teams are in it, and then the best team after that's in League One. Maybe they should look into fixing that, because I don't think that's right.
True, but I mean, it is what it is.
No, it is what it is, but I mean, then you look at other groups that don't even have a fucking Premiership team in it. They surely should be able to do it where a group, every single group is guaranteed to have a Premiership team in it. That's just me, though.
Well, they can't do that, can they?
I know, but you're saying they can't do that, but why can't Kelly and Livy, why are they in the same group then? I know what you mean. There's too many groups to fulfil that, but there's...
Because Livy were a championship team, technically.
I don't know anymore, are they?
Was this draw not made before the...
No, it was made about...
Well, depending on the seedings or whatever, Livy are kind of counted as a championship team, I believe.
Well, they can be counted if they want, but they start this season in the Premiership, most states don't want it.
But even then, you've got 5 teams that are in Europe and 7 teams that are in the Premier. So there's 8 groups here, so even then, you could never...
Yeah, but that means you should get a minimum of 7 teams.
You can't... Well, no, because it means one group's going to be missing a Premiership team.
Yeah, one group, but there's only 6 here. You know what I mean?
What?
There's only six groups that feature a Premiership team. Because
Yeah,
one's got two.
but no matter what they do,
But why not make it 7 instead of 6 then?
because Livy are being classified as a
But they
championship
shouldn't
team.
be. It sums up how fucking...
Well, you go and speak to the fucking...
It sums up how backwards it is, folks. See if you're Kelly Hearts or East Fife or Borough Rangers, you can't help but feel like you've been fucked there.
Well, you kind of have, but you know what, man? If you care that much, you go and speak to the SPFL. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I'm just... Hearts and Rangers are in that group. Be personal connection there, no? Anyway, guys, that's where we're
You know what? Maybe it would just be a bit better if they did it completely random.
Or maybe it would just be better. See those 5 teams that are in Europe? Fire them into it. That's what I want. Just play the B teams.
42 teams in a group stage. How would you even go about that?
7 groups of 6. Play each other once. 5 games, boom. 5 match days.
7 groups of 6. How would it be top 2 teams go through and then maybe the 2 best runner-ups?
Do whatever you want, folks, but I just don't really see why. Because, like, the last couple of days, Rangers have been playing about 5 behind-closed-door friendly games. You trying to tell me they wouldn't benefit from sending folk out in this? Of course they would, and it's the same with the rest of the teams. I mean, it's like Hibs get beat by Bolton, they get beat by Bournemouth, right, and shit like that.
Yeah,
I just don't see the point of it.
I get it. When the coefficient gets lower, it might be different. But I mean, this season we've not even seen a Scottish team enter European qualification yet, and the group stages of this are almost finished. So I see no reason why they couldn't.
Yeah, but I don't care who it is, right? Even Dundee and I, who are the weakest at the top 5, folks, right? If they get drawn a group and it clashes with Europe, they're still favourites to go through. It shouldn't be a case of, it's so unfair having them in Europe in this competition. Because I mean, the money difference between the teams in the Premiership and the rest is just... It's a massive gulf. Anyway, we'll leave it there. That's the Premier Sports Cup review show. We're back soon with the preview show. Champions League, Europa League and Conference League. Are you ready for it this week?
I can't wait.
He can't wait. I can't wait either. Till next time. Peace.